All right, so straight into the programming aspect of this. So we'll be looking at a very simple drum groove. Probably maybe I should just hum it with my mouth first before I start programming so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So now we're looking at something like this. You know, that kind of groove. You know, it's a simple, probably, let's say, pop rock, you know, something around that 80 BPM range. That's what we're going to be programming right now. So let me go straight into it. So here we have our addictive drums. All right. So so usually I like to start with the kick. Now I'm actually using my DAW is Reason 11. This is actually the latest version of Reason. But regardless of DAWs you use, the rules for drum programming remain the same, you know. So let's just go straight into it. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to, you know, maybe probably set my loop points like this. Okay, all right. So I want to do something, let's say 4 bars. So here we go. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's from bar 2 to bar 5. Excuse me. All right, so bar 2 to bar 5. So let's go straight into it. Go back to edit mode and okay, we're gonna do this. This is how my DAW works. All right, I'm gonna set my grade to, let's start with 16 first, and then let me play this back so that we hear this. Okay, this is how the metronome is counting down. Okay, it's far. Let me bring it back. All right, so get it here. 2, 3. So you remember the groove? It goes. Okay, let me loop that. All right, here we go. So let's go. Kick first. My kick starts somewhere, I think C1 or so. Okay, so we have that down. Bring the volume of the metronome down a bit. All right. I'll take it up a bit. So we, okay. No, move that a bit. Just simple. Okay. Dip, 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 dip. So we can have one here again. Dip. Okay. That seems not to be working. Maybe I'll go with 32. Gip. Gip. Dip. That's what we want. Okay. Make that. Okay, that's better. Probably, maybe I should just go 32 on all the notes. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Let's hear it. So one kick, something around this area again. All up. Let's do that again. Why is this? Let's go back there again. Okay. Okay. So there we have it. We have our kick right there. Okay. So we can copy and paste this. All right. Let's hear that. Okay. And bring this right here. Let's go again. Maybe I can take this off. All right, let's go again. Okay, all right. So that's for the kick. Now, forgive me, I have a little cough here. Now, there's something you'll notice. These are the notes here. These are the notes, and then down here are the velocities of velocities corresponding to each of the notes you have right here in the sequencer. Now, one of the biggest tricks to actually getting realistic acoustic drum sounds has to do with velocity editing. Because when a real drummer is actually playing, the velocities of every note, of every strike on the drum, or of every hit on the drum varies. They're not the same. But if you look here closely, down here, okay, let me select this, and then you look up here, you see that everything is at 100. Velocity is 100. And if you program your drums like this all through, it's not going to sound realistic. Trust me, it's not going to sound realistic. So you have to take the pains of editing each and every single note, making sure that, all the notes don't have the same velocity. So it's very, very important for you to do that. Very, very important. Velocity editing is one trick. In fact, to me, I think it's the biggest trick, outside knowing, what to program. So I'll come back to that, but let's just add the snare drum to this first. I think I should go with the snare before we talk about the hi-hat. So let's go with the snare. So you have the snare somewhere around here. Let's go. No, let's go forward a bit, okay? You have another snare somewhere there again. Okay. All right. That's wrong. All right. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay. Maybe I can even remove that kick right there. So let's play this back again and listen to it. Okay. All right. So let's take this kick off. Let's play this back again and listen to it. Okay. All right. So moving on, we now have to start editing velocities a bit, because when you start entering the notes like this, especially in Reason, when you start entering notes on your sequencer like this, all of them, they enter at the same velocity, which is preset to 100. So let's take a look at this area. Let's listen to this area where you have that the dip. So normally when a drummer is playing, one of the things I've noticed is that the first kick will not be as loud as the second one. The first one will not be as loud. This note here will not be as loud as this other one. So what I usually do is to bring down the velocity of this particular one. So we can bring it down to, let's say, maybe 64. That's just a random number. Okay, so let's listen to that now. Did you notice the difference right there? There's a difference. Let's go. All of a sudden the realism is beginning to come little by little. So let's also take this one down a bit. Maybe we take this one too. You can, choose random numbers. First one was 64. Maybe we could take 70 for this one. Okay. Okay. So same thing for this other one. Let's bring this one down as well. Let's see. I'm going to take 55 for that one. Nice. All right. Next, I'll start also editing the velocities of the snare drums as well. So maybe this one, I'll bring this one down to, let's say, 95. Maybe bring this one down to 93. Maybe take this one up to 103. Just little subtle differences. Okay. So that sounds, more realistic. If I had left everything at 100, it wouldn't have sounded realistic at all. So let's move on to programming the hi-hats. Now the hi-hats are, to me, the hi-hats is actually the most intricate and most difficult thing to actually program. I don't know. I am very passionate about programming hi-hats. Very, very passionate. And it is also one thing that determines how realistic your drums will sound. So let's try putting in some hi-hats here. Let's try it. Okay, so I'm going to start programming. Okay. Now, there's something about Addictive Drums 1 that I love so much. It gives you, variations of that, different types of heat for the hi-hat. So it starts somewhere around C2. If you start moving, notice there are different intensities, different types of strike. I'm sure you can hear this. Okay, there are open hi-hats here as well. But let's just start out with something simple and then I'll move things around a bit. So let's go. Okay. I have something in my head. Okay. Let's go with this. All right. I'm just going to copy and paste this because I think this is what I want. All right. Let's do that again, shall we? Okay. I'll go again. All right. Save that. So let's listen to this. Excuse me. Sounds absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me. Why does it sound like that? It sounds like that because the hi-hat, everything there is on the same velocity. And if you leave everything like that, it's going to sound unrealistic. Of course, it sounds, let's listen to it again. It sounds unrealistic to me. It sounds like somebody that's learning how to play the drums newly. Like all these new drummers. That's what it sounds like. But with a little bit of velocity editing right there, it's going to sound much better. So let's listen to this again without velocity editing. Really, 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 really funny. Let's take this right here again. Let's go again. Really funny. So one of the things you can do is we start editing velocities. Now, usually for the hi-hats, the first strike for this particular type of beat, the first hit is always stronger than the second one. So I'm going to just select the second hits. I'm going to select one hit after another and then bring down those velocities and then let's see what it sounds like. I think it'll sound a little better. So we select this one, select this one, select this one, select this one, and so on and so forth. I just have to do this. Okay, so we can stop there so that we can copy and paste later. Now let's bring this down to, let's say, 65 and or maybe 55. Let's bring it down. Let's be more radical. Let's listen to it now. That sounds much authentic. Listen, okay, we're going to compare here, this section, and then this section. So listen to it again. I've brought down the velocities down to 50. Listen to it again. Can you hear that part? I mean, so just a little bit of velocity editing really makes a lot of difference. A lot of difference. I'm telling you, this is one trick I use a lot. I'm even bringing them down even some more again. So let's try. I'm bringing them down to 40. Let's listen to it again. Wow. Oh no, this other part sounds really ridiculous. So I'm going to take this off. All right. Okay. That sounds really nice. So you can probably maybe do a little bit of editing again. Maybe you could take this, take that up to, let's say, maybe 47. You take this, bring this down to maybe 35. Take this particular one again, take that up to, let's say, 49. You can just select random numbers if you like, just to make sure that they are not all on the same velocity, so to speak. All right. And then this one, maybe bring this one down. So let's just listen to that again. Wow, that sounds really nice. Okay. I think at this point in time, I can even maybe probably take the metronome off. All right. Okay. So we can copy and paste this right here. Let's play that again. Okay. So what else can we do to this? Okay, we can start moving the notes. Like I said before, there are different, hits for the hi-hat right here, different intensities, So maybe let's see. Maybe for every quarter beat in the bar, we could actually alternate this first hi-hat here. So I can move this up. Okay, let's keep that there. Then let's take this up. Take this here, just like that. That's serious. So let's listen. Okay, I can take that up too. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Just trying to experiment here. Okay, let's go. So what I did was I just moved those notes to, different variations of the hi-hat. Every drum VST has their own, key mappings and all of that. For Addictive Drums 1, this is how it's mapped out. So I like to, change the notes, change the hits to make sure that, they don't sound the same. I don't program the entire hi-hat on just one, variation of the hi-hat. I try to move things around. Okay, so we can copy this. Okay, all right. So there we have. So we have a drum loop right here. So let's listen to it. Okay, so that sounds way, realistic than what we had initially when we had everything on the same velocity. You could also go ahead to do other things to this as well. Maybe you can decide to program maybe complex hi-hat patterns, maybe for at the end of this particular bar around this section. Maybe we could do something around this area. I could program something here so that you can have a feel. Let's listen to this again. Okay, let's try it around this particular area right here. So let's go. Let's play from the beginning again. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, all right, so we take that, move that to 32, and then let's see. Okay, so let me take this off. Just follow me. All right. Okay. Did you hear that? All right. So that's like, you know, a 32nd note right there. So let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to edit the velocities here. All right. First one is 39. The next one that follows is 39. Let's see, random numbers. 44. 60, 61. Mind you, I'm just choosing these numbers randomly. Okay, so let's listen to this. Wow, that sounds nice. Wow. I like that. Saving that. I like it. I hope you do too. So let's go again. So let's go. Let's listen to it from the very beginning again. Wow. Okay. One more time. Okay, so one of the things you can actually do too is to select different, just take this up, and take this up, I just do this randomly. Let's listen to it. Okay. Doesn't really sound nice to me. Maybe bring this one down. Or maybe we could take it in the opposite direction instead. Okay. I'll bring this down. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, okay. Not bad. Okay. All right. So that's nice. Again. Okay, so you can also add open hi-hats as well, to create, those variations. Let's go. Okay, so. All right, so now if you have an open hi-hat there, you have to make sure that you take off this particular note right here. You have to take that one off, otherwise it's not going to sound realistic. So let's listen to it from the beginning again, and then let's get there. No, that doesn't sound nice. So we have to take this particular note off. All right, delete that. Okay, bring this down. All right, let's go again. Okay. All right. So another thing you can actually do, you can actually put probably maybe a drum fill around this area. That's the last quarter of the last bar. It's maybe something really simple. Let's start out with something really simple here. Take this up to an open hi-hat. I love open hi-hats a lot. Okay. Maybe you can take all that off. Okay. So if that is what you need, or if that's what you're looking for, maybe just a simple drum fill like that. Since it's a loop, probably then we have to make sure that we look for a cymbal at the beginning of the loop. So we'll get a cymbal at the beginning of the loop. Let's go. I don't like that. That tones. Where are my cymbals at? Okay, fair enough. I think I prefer this one. Okay. You have a cymbal there. You remember what I said about thinking like a drummer? Aha. So here we go. I think from my own understanding at this point, I'm thinking having this hi-hat right here, and then the cymbal right here, and then this closed hi-hat here immediately, No, that to me sounds a bit unrealistic. So I have to take off this one. That hi-hat. Better. You can even take off this one, because the drummer will have to he will hit the cymbal, and then it will take some time for his hand to travel back to the hi-hat. So having the anyways, you can actually do that with your left hand on the hi-hat, but most of the time the drummer's hand will be on the snare, probably maybe even doing some ghost notes or something, which probably I think I will try and program some ghost notes right here for you guys to also hear. So let's just take up some of these hi-hats first. That sounds a little better to me. Yeah, better. All right. Okay. Okay, you can even have some open hi-hats here again. Let me just add color to the groove a bit. Let's go. Okay, no. Take that off. Okay. I can have another cymbal right here if I like. I'm not digging that for now. Let's go. Let's keep on going. Okay. The velocity here is that particular hi-hat variation is not sounding nice to me, so I'll take this down. All right, let's go again. Wow, I think I'm digging this one. You can do so much. I'm just doing a simple. I can make this sound really, really, really complex. That sounds really nice. Okay, I'm just enjoying this one now. Okay, all right. So let's keep on programming. Let's just maybe add one or two things to beautify it a little. Okay, let's add some ghost notes. Drummers like to play a lot of ghost notes on the snare. So you can hear something like this. Let's see. Okay, let's go 16 on this one. Okay. Okay, I choose this variation of snare for the ghost notes. So if you want to do ghost notes, this trick about ghost notes, just like the name suggests, ghost notes, they're actually, underneath. You don't really hear them. They're not so loud. So you have to bring the velocity of this particular hit down. So I'm bringing it down to like maybe 35 or so. Okay. Okay, you can have one right here again, copying. Okay, could take them up slightly. Let's see. Okay, let's keep it at 50 for now. Okay. Okay, let's copy that. Let's see. Let me see this. Okay. All right. Okay, let's take this off. Less is always more. Let's try that again. Okay, so we can copy this. Let's see. Okay, all right. Okay, now there's an issue somewhere where you have this hi-hat pattern here and ghost notes at the same time. That doesn't sound realistic. You understand? Because this part of the groove, the drummer's both hands are on the hi-hat, so it's not going to work. So I have to take. It's either I go with the ghost notes or I remove this hi-hat pattern right here. So let's listen to that again. Let's go again. Let's go again. I can even remove this one. Let's hear it without that. Okay, let's see. I'm not feeling something right here. Okay, I'm not feeling this kick. Okay, let's see. All right, did you hear that? Okay. So I have to take off this one. Can we have a ghost note right here? Let's see. No, that doesn't sound realistic. Let's see whether we can have a ghost note right here. Not so sure. Okay. Let's keep going with the ghost notes. All right. That's a ghost note right there. Okay, so we can copy this. All right. Okay, let's remove that. Let's go again. So let's listen to it. So that's also one of the things you can do, programming ghost notes. So look at the velocities of those notes. They're very, very low. You can actually you can barely hear them. Okay. I'm thinking I should. Okay. Okay, let's look at flams a bit. I'm gonna try and see how I can program some flams right here. Okay, you have one there. You know what flams are? Okay. All right. Let's see. Remember what I said. If you're gonna have flams here, it then means that the drummer's two hands are on top of this, hitting the snare drum together. So you can have a flam right here, and then with the hi-hat up here. Okay, so you have to take this off. In fact, you have to take the whole hi-hat off because the drummer's hands are on the snare. Both hands are on the snare. Probably, and from that flam, he might be going to the toms or something. So you have to make sure that there are no hi-hats at that point again in the music. So you can... All right, you heard that? So let's try maybe with the tom somewhere. Oh, excuse me. Let's select the grid. So that's a floor tom. Okay. Okay. Addictive drum gives you two distinctive velocities for the toms as well, and that's kind of cool. Okay. So sometimes I hum it to myself. Let's go. Let's get this. Okay. Hey, dum. Let's go. Bring this down to the kick. Let's see. Does that sound nice? Does it sound nice to me? Okay, maybe I could take that off and try to program something completely different. Maybe double flams or something. Maybe flams again. Okay, you notice that the velocities for these two notes are kind of the same. That's for this snare and this snare. Okay, for the flams, we could actually bring down the velocity of this particular note. Not so much, just a bit. All right, that's okay. I'm not feeling that though. I think same velocity sounds better to me. Okay, so we could just do this just for now. Okay, maybe flams on the tom. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. Don't know if this will work. Just trying this out. Okay. Okay, not bad. So you can actually edit the velocities of that a little. Okay. Okay. You might want to add a kick right here. That's if you like. Oh, let's try snare. Oh, no, that sounds horrible. No. Okay, let's leave that like that. All right, so let's go again. Let's listen to it. Everything we've done so far. Sounds really fantastic if you ask me. I can allow it play forever. Okay, you can actually have another cymbal right here if you like. All right. Then you can take off. Sorry, let me make this wider so that you can see. You can take off this one. All right. Let's look at this. Let's go. Okay, so one more time, everything from the very beginning. Yes. All right, all right. So there you go. So we started from something very, very simple. We talked about velocity editing. So one of the things is you should know, like I said before, velocity editing is one thing that really matters when you talk about acoustic drums, because a drummer's velocity varies from hit to hit. The velocities are never the same. So you have to make sure that, when you're programming your drums, you have to make sure you go through this, I know it can be painstaking. If I was doing a longer track, it would have taken much time, but to me it's worth the time. You understand? Because your attention to detail as a drum programmer is one thing that will actually set you apart from the competition. Let me put it that way. So I hope this little lesson of mine has really taught you a lot. I know I've talked a lot. I didn't know that this lesson was going to be this long, but hey, thank you so much. So let's just listen to it one more time before we go. All right. So thank you so much. I hope to come your way again with more lessons on how to program acoustic drums. This is just more or less like an introduction. There are so many other things we can talk about. Subsequently, I'm going to talk about how to route, drums. Maybe that's drum processing. Because obviously these drums you're actually hearing here, these are not the stock drums or the stock sounds. Let me put it like that. Like straight out of the box. I have tweaked them a little bit. I've even added a couple of waves plugins to the sound already. But we're not necessarily talking about the sound now. We're talking about how to program them. So this is just a mild introduction. I hope to come your way with another video. Until then, God bless you richly. Amen.